Hi, this is Wilfred Roach. We've just completed our Chakra Evolution Spadhisthana chakra, and he came out wanting to share words of wisdom. So I'll ask him some questions at the end about the impact that this yoga has had on him, but he just wanted to share something now. I just felt like I needed to record it. So, yeah. Go ahead.
Hello there. Yes, just finished a session, and what came up for me was, once we'd finished the session, was that I'd had a conversation with myself. I can't remember exactly when, but it was between this session and the previous one. I don't know if anybody else has ever had these sort of very, very personal, intimate conversations, which seem to me to go to the core of what we really think and what we really feel vulnerable about. And I asked myself whether I was really up for, I guess, evolving. And I think the other thing I just realised was that it was my birthday last Friday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. And I really thought, I've led a life that has been very eventful, to put it mildly. And it seems like I'm at a really critical inflection point in terms of my own development, which will really need me to come out as I really am, as opposed to how I think people will accept me. And yeah, in that process, holding space for people that appear and then they disappear and then they reappear and then they disappear, and it's quite perplexing and disconcerting. But yeah, the result of that conversation was that I was ready. I was ready to take the necessary steps, and that's bodily, spiritually, psychically. And in some ways, I don't think I've got a choice. I have a choice to just
we have free will.
stay.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't last very long, and I wouldn't want to spiral into being stuck with unfinished shadow work, or shadow work that needs to be started. And I think that's also what has been shadowing me, if you like. And it's been doing that through my body, and particularly around my base chakra, and almost a seizing up of my waist, that area, that whole area, to the point that I can't bend, I can't walk. And I then started really stretching both sides, which I'd never done before. And whatever this thing was, in terms of, felt like dead energy, was just trying to find a comfortable home in my bones or in my muscles or whatever, moved around. Like there was a car chase going on. I thought I got rid of it, and then it popped up somewhere else, and then it got this discomfort down my left arm and my right arm on my right leg, and I was really getting pissed off. Like, will you just go? But that often is, when that energy is stuck, it's telling you it's stuck and it needs release. And so it needs you to do some more work, which perhaps goes back to the initial point about, am I ready to do the work? So it all actually, as I'm saying it all makes sense. And accepting the discomfort of change.
Yes, absolutely.
Accepting.
So that's what the hips really represent is, so I don't actually go and tell people information, as you know, like I don't inform people because I don't want to imprint some kind of ideology that I have or
Sure.
that the yoga has.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it when you say, well, it's about me making a choice and making a freedom to step up and move into the world, which is actually the language of the hips.
Yes.
What choice do I, what movement, what acceptance, what step do I take next? And I love how you said about the pain is actually showing you something rather than, you know, pushing it away or anything like that. So, yeah, so if you can just kind of like fill in what impact, like since the beginning, since we've been coming here, like since we've started the yoga, has had on your life in terms of how you navigate your life now. Is it different to what it was before?
It's really interesting because as I think I've mentioned to you before, this is not my first experience of yoga.
Yeah.
It's actually over probably decades.
Yeah.
And 99.9% of the experience has never been like this. There hasn't been that free flow between yoga instructor, teacher, and somebody that's aspiring to understand and engage with such an ancient tradition. I've more been struck in the past in terms of yoga instructors, teachers, guides, by their arrogance and by their lack of humility. I've only actually met one person, actually, take that person beside yourself, out in Parramatta, who was lovely.
Yeah.
But most of them, I don't know if it's about the way they were trained, but ego is really a powerful aspect and not in a good way. So I guess I'm blessed with a truly open mind. After I've dealt with the past or the recent past, and I came to Chakra Evolutionary Yoga, and it took me a while to get my head around the concept of yoga and chakras. And what then it was bringing out. Because again, I'm one of these people that does several things at the same time. And I notice similarities and dissimilarities between other modalities that I'm following or I'm engaged with. And I find it fascinating because this particular type of yoga, you actually are confronted by yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
It isn't about the instructor, the teacher, the guide, whatever.
Yeah.
It is actually about me.
Yeah.
And it's a slow awakening.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's reflected in the way that the work or the asanas are introduced, and the emphasis on moving at the body's pace, your body's pace.
Yes.
Not overstretching, not over-trying, not trying to overachieve, not saying, how good am I?
Yeah. It's not about comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is about the soul. It isn't about, this is just, a covering for the soul. The most important, we've got to keep this inside and out. We've got to keep our bodies good in a good way. But we've also got to attend, and this is something in terms of Western living, there's no attention to the soul. It's in a very glacial, it's something that you look at, that you think about. You might even think about, even if it's even mentioned, which is rarely ever mentioned. And to me, it leads to detachment and just living out something through material acquisition and so on. and there's a great hunger for that.
Yes, absolutely.
And more so now than ever. So I decided that I was going to take the plunge and to, I think it's important for those of us that are influence and encourage others to follow, to do the work. There's no point sitting there saying when people ask me for support or advice or whatever, that I'm not really coming from a place of authenticity. I'm just saying, oh yeah, I think yoga's great, I think chakra yoga, go for it. And I'm like, oh geez, I'll never do that in a million years. So it's all that stretching and carrying on. Or if I come, then I won't come again, or all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, the good thing about you is that you've been coming just about every week, which is really important because it unravels things through the week, and then you've got to unpack and unravel another piece, another part, and so we've got to keep up with a routine because each week we cover a different chakra. And you'll notice like we're in Svadhisthana, so it's about expression. So this is why I'm recording, because as soon as I heard you talking, I was like, oh, I think he's talking from his soul now, so I better like record that one,
I was doing a lot of what I call eye work today, which is really looking at people. And I just noticed the tricks that we do to hide ourselves in plain sight. And usually the thing is the phone. That if somebody thinks that they're being observed, being watched, it's just fascinating. I don't know if they've done it. I'm sure they've done it in psychology, but I can count the seconds when the person's going to pull out the phone to not return the gaze or to not engage.
But isn't it interesting how people are watching others on the phone, but they're not actually watching each other in public?
Well, it's interesting.
It's like, and this is what I love about Chakra Evolution, is that it brings us together and we engage with each other. And I love that you said that it's humble, because I do treat you as an equal. I'm not above or below. We're both learning the same thing at the same time, in our own unique way. And that's why I don't feed too much information or philosophy, but you actually mirror reflected it anyway. So you found your own pieces. And that's what I love about this yoga. It's very simple but profoundly deep, So thank you for sharing that.
My pleasure.
I just wanted to say hi. And this is Wilfred Roach again, and he's been coming to Chakra Evolution for about 6 months now.
I'd say, we started in July.
So I just wanted to have a little quick recording of him, and thank you for contributing that. I really appreciate it.